Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be working on another scrap buster project. I was watching the YouTube channel Last Homely House and she mentioned she was going to go through her scraps, and I thought, what a great idea. This project is perfect for getting rid of some of the scraps you've had sitting around for a while. So come along and let me show you how I put this together. And then I start out by cutting 5-inch squares. If you're enjoying this video, I hope you'll hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And then I took my 5-inch white squares and I'm getting them ready to sew together. This is such a fun block to do. All you do is 1/4 of an inch all the way around this square and watch how this comes together. This is a great way to save time. Just do one right after another. Chain piece all of your squares together. Here I am cutting my 1.5-inch strips that will go in between each block. And then you just want to cut each block in half both ways. Each one of the little squares you're going to want to square up to 3 inches, and I will show you right there. That line, you need to put that right in the middle, and then put your 3-inch, whatever's outside of that. Now I pull that line down so it stays in the middle, and you can see the extra on the outside. Top and bottom needs to go, and then all your blocks will come out perfect. And then it is time to put them together. These are actually called flying geese. And this is how you put them together, just like that. You want to sew them from the top down. Chain piecing makes this go so fast. And then I always like to iron them afterwards. You don't have to have one of these rulers, but it sure does make the job go easier. And if you're interested in the one I have, I will leave a link down below. Now I just want to take this tool and just square up each block. Sometimes the corner's a little extra long. You know, if it's out of shape, just shape it back in the best that you can. And then the way I did it was I just put two of the same color together and went with that. And you do want to make sure you nest those two seams together right there. You'll feel them snug up next to each other, and then sew it down and it should be perfect. And then I like to iron them. And this is the point in the project where I like to play around. I like to use my design wall, put everything up, see if I like the colors together, see if I like the strip in the middle. Do I want it wider? How do I want to do it? Once you get that figured out, then you're going to want to sew your 4 blocks together. And then I wanted to show how I'm going to add the white strip. It's time for the white strip to go on there before I add the last panel. And then I really like to line those two up. Make sure that the seams match perfectly. And it's real easy to do. You just do it like this, and then you just want to pull it back. Just pull it back and make sure they line up just like that. You can see. And as long as those line up, you are good to go. Pin it down. And then it's time to sew it together. I really like how this turned out. Just think, you can make any size you want. Just any size, queen size, king size. Just keep adding blocks. Just to make it interesting, I decided to do 3 inches on the top and bottom, and then 1.5 inch on the sides. And now I can get it ready to quilt. This is how I like to measure. And then I lay the backing down, and the batting goes next, and then the quilt top. For small projects, I've been using this and I just love it. It works great. You don't have to pin it. And then it's time to quilt it. I don't always use a walking foot when I quilt, and this seems to work out just fine. I just follow the lines, and that's how I always do it. Once I sew all the squares down, then I like to do every 3 inches on a diagonal both ways, and then sew that down to give it a little extra quilting in there. After I get the quilting done, I like to trim it up and get it ready for the binding. You do not have to hand sew the binding down, but I really like the look of it, and so that's what I always do to my quilts. I really like how this turned out. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll hit the like button and subscribe. And at the end of this video, I will put up 2 other of my videos that you can watch. Thank you so much for watching.